What's up, Trojans? Just want to do a preview for the Eagles game and go over some missed stuff from the Broncos game. So let's start with the Eagles because that's the biggest one. The Giants really need a win here. We got to go 2-0 against the Eagles. I was hoping this wouldn't feel like a must-win game, but I think it is a must-win game. 2-6 is not a good record to have. 3-5, however, I think the Giants can do something with that, and I think 3-5 still puts the Giants in position to make a run for the playoffs. I know that sounds crazy with the team starting 0-3 and currently being at 2-5, but the record does not tell the story of this team. Jackson Dart should be 4-0 as a quarterback. If some of the dumbest things in the world don't happen to the Giants, Jackson Dart would be 4-0 as a quarterback. You think of the Scadaboo fumble in the Saints game. I think if Scadaboo just is able to get a touchdown that play instead, it was very close to the goal line, very close to being a touchdown. Not like a reaching over, fumbled at the one situation, but it was very close to that. He fumbles, it's returned all the way back for a touchdown. It's a 14-point swing play. And you had 14 points at the Giants score, essentially, and they win that game. Now, who knows how the rest of that game would have played out, but 5 turnovers in a row is not a winning formula. You clean a couple of those up, and I think the Giants beat the Saints handedly. Same thing with the Broncos. You clean up anything at the end of that game, and the Giants win. The Giants had a 99.9% chance to win that game at one point, so they really should have won that game. Absolutely insane how that happened. I just think about all the stupid things that happened to allow the Broncos to make that last-second comeback. But the Giants should be 4-0 under Dart. 4-3 should be their record, but it's not. Currently, it's 2-5. So they have to beat the Eagles. And they can do that because they should be 4-0. This is a really good team. Dart has ignited something within this team, and they have to keep that going. The Giants cannot feel down on their luck, get depressed, and get complacent with, this is going to be another losing season. Jackson Dart has proven that he can win games with this team. Now, the team needs to help him out a little bit more in the games where he has a lead, but Jackson Dart can get that lead as long as the defense can hold together and keep that lead, and the Giants' offense, with some of the other guys, Dart included, can limit turnovers to keep the Giants moving the ball forward and get even more points. Those two things in place, Giants are looking a lot better. And the Giants look really good. I think the Giants can beat the Eagles again, beat them very well last time, and Jackson Dart said it best. It's going to be a game of chess between the Giants and the Eagles. The Eagles saw the Giants play not that long ago. Same thing with the Giants watching the Eagles play. Both teams went out and had very close games the week after. Just the Giants happened to lose theirs and the Eagles happened to win theirs. That's really the only difference. Both teams are beatable, and the Giants got to find a way to come out and have a repeat performance against the Eagles. Now, it might not be exact. They're going to need all the same guys, though. Scadaboo has to have a monster game. Dart has to be a good, consistent passer like he's been. Read the field, dodge in the pocket, and do everything he's been doing. He's got to get back to being mobile. That's a huge one. I hope his ankle's okay because that, I feel like, is something that cost us the Broncos game. I think there was a few scenarios where Dart could have run there at the end of the game and didn't because he tweaked his ankle before. He's got to get things like that out of his head. He's got to be the full quarterback he's been able to be for the last couple games. So if he's back, able to do that, offense should be good. The Giants just need to keep this going. Wan'Dale Robinson, he's been amazing as the Giants wide receiver, really stepping up with the absence of Malik Neighbors and Darius Slayton, who is coming back now. I'm not sure on that one. I don't know if that's going to help a huge amount. He really missed some stuff with the Saints and got injured, so he wasn't out there last week. I don't think he's a game changer. It'd be nice if he, caught a touchdown pass and really made up for that performance against the Saints. That would be awesome. I'd be here for that. But I don't know if he's going to make an impact in this one. It's Wan'Dale Robinson. He's really stepped up to be the number one wide receiver right now, and I'm very excited about that. Like watching him just, catch these little passes, just nonstop, be consistent. I love seeing that in Giants wide receivers. That's why Sterling Shepard was my favorite for so long. Just felt like every single time the Giants threw the ball to Sterling Shepard, he caught it. Aside from like deep passes, like, oh, Sterling Shepard make a one-handed catch. Like, he's not that guy. But you get him down, 7-yard pass, he catches it. Now, unfortunately, the Giants would call that on a 3rd and 8. But, all right, that's besides the point. That's the old team. New team. Wandale is a lot better than Shep even, in my opinion, at turning and going upfield, getting that good run after catch. And so, as of late, so the Giants really got to keep that going. And then on defense, got to get the pressures. This should be an elite defensive line. Burns is amazing. Thibodeau is amazing. I want more from Carter. Everyone's reading me this stuff of like, yeah, but the pressures. He's making an impact on the game. I'm like, he's got to make a real impact on the game. I need sacks. That's what you're known for. Coming out of Penn State, I need sacks from Abdul Carter. Fumble recoveries. Touchdowns. I need the big things from the Giants defense here. And the secondary especially. Deonte Banks, man, wow. That's a guy that really blew some coverages at the end of that Broncos game. And it was apparent. It was like a light switch when Adebo got injured. And I don't think Adebo's been this elite corner for the Giants at all, but the drop-off was real going back to Banks. Hopefully, if Adebo's still out, I haven't checked the injury report on that. My fault. But he's got to step up. Flott was able to take over for Banks, and Flott was amazing against the Broncos. It's just got to clean up the weaknesses on defense, especially in the secondary. I think we all knew the Giants secondary wasn't going to be elite this season, but can't be letting what happened with the Broncos happen again against the Eagles. We need that Eagles performance from last time from the defense, really limiting them. The run defense has been great this season for the most part. Some stuff has definitely gotten away from the Giants, but keeping it together like they did last time against the Eagles, especially after those 2 runs from Saquon at the beginning of the game, you take those out. Saquon's stats are nothing. Giants defense did a good job last time. They got to find a way to have a repeat performance with that. And we already shored up the kicker situation. Gano's coming back. And Gano's a really good kicker if he's coming back 100% healthy. So hopefully he is. Hopefully Dable isn't rushing him back or anything. And hopefully they keep Koo on standby just in case. I'd rather go without, a 10th wide receiver in favor of having a backup kicker for this. It's proven to be way too important for the Giants this season and last year as well. Gotta find a way to make those kicks when we need them. So that's my preview of the Eagles. Now I want to finish up some stuff for the Broncos game. Obviously, I couldn't resist talking about it before, but some things I wanted to address. That pass interference at the end of the game. I found that funny. I heard so many people like freaking out about that. Like, oh, wow, the refs really tried to help out the Giants last second and all this. That call only hurt the Giants, if anything. The Giants ended up losing that game, and that call allowed the Giants to score way too early. You could be like, wow, what a insane take or whatever, but that's the result of the play. That's what happened. So I don't think these refs are stupid. Like, oh, yeah, we'll just gift the Giants a touchdown with 40 seconds left on the clock still. It's kind of insane how everyone's freaking out about that. This isn't some Rams-Saints playoff game, NFC Championship game, where the refs make this blatant game-changing missed call. This is something a bit different where they're just like, yeah, Giants, score quick, give the Broncos a chance. That's really what happened there. It was a valid pass interference, though. Just, if you're saying that the refs gave the Giants one, that's what happened. It was not the refs giving the Giants one. It was the refs giving the Broncos one, if anything. So if you believe that was not pass interference, that's what it was. But I do believe it was pass interference. It was a fair call. Just, that's the result. That's what happened. The other thing was, I didn't realize all the Broncos hate toward the Giants. I don't know what the Giants did the Broncos in another lifetime, but sheesh, like, you got your win. Are we even now? was so weird to hear about. I know the Broncos players were making jabs at the Giants and everything. I just didn't think it would ever come from the fans. They were scared for good reason, but they were scared. That was really it. I think I did end up touching on everything else with that Broncos game, just kind of going back and forth with that in the preview of the Eagles. It was great to see Jackson Dart come out, score a lot of points against that Broncos defense. It was a real test for him, and he passed with flying colors. Just that interception was inexcusable, unacceptable. He said it himself in the press conference as well, so he's got to learn from that, learn to make smart decisions late in games like that. The Giants got to clean this up. Should be 4-0 under Dart, but it's 2-2 instead. So if Dart can clean up a little bit, we cleaned up at kicker. Defense has to clean up a little bit. Giants have a real shot against the Eagles. And I'm predicting them to win, honestly. I think this is a must-win game for the Giants, and I think they're going to come through on this. This is the Dart era now. This is a big game for him. This is basically a playoff game for him. So this is a good test. He's got to come through. Hopefully he does. I think he will. See you guys in the next one.